Welcome all masters. Welcome for Oneness meditation Qatar session. Today we have Master Sindhuja connecting from Qatar, and she will be sharing on the topic Ikigai, your best life, and overview of the book Ikigai. And I will give a short introduction about the master. Sindhuja is currently staying in Qatar, and she is from India. She is a civil engineer by profession. She is into meditation and PSSM service since 1.5 years. And she came into meditation after she met her husband, who is meditator, and myself it is. And I'm a PSM master. She is part of Oneness Meditation Qatar team in hosting the meditations and designing the flyers for it. She has completed spiritual tablets level 1 course. She has found many positive changes in herself after starting the meditation and bettering herself as a person and learning every day to evolve her soul. A very warm welcome to you, Master.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sankeet. Okay, masters, I welcome you all to the session. So today, I'll give an overview of the book called Ikigai. So this is a book of like 200, around 200 pages book, and it's a wonderful book which explains in detail how to Ikigai one's life. Ikigai here means the meaning of the word. Everything you will get to know in this session. So first we will start the session by meditating for some time. I would request Sankeet to take up meditation. So Sankeet.
Yes, I will be sharing the music.
Yeah. So now I request you all to sit in a comfortable posture. If you're sitting on chair, it's fine. Or if you're sitting down, clasp your hands like this, cross your legs, and then close your eyes, and then start observing the normal, natural breath, the inflow and the outflow of your breath. Start observing it by closing your eyes. Also, music will be played in the background. You can either observe the music or you can observe your breath. Relax. Relax, masters. Now, all you have to do is observe your breath and be present in this moment. So, forget about all that thoughts. Just let it pass like a cloud. It is coming to you. Just be with your breath, masters. will meditate for some time. Just be with your breath. is leading to get masters. As you have. Slowly, you can bring your awareness towards the present moment, towards the surrounding. Place your hands over your eyes and just slowly open your eyes. Hope you all had wonderful meditation. And now we shall begin the session of Ikigai. I'll share my screen. Hope the screen is visible, masters.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. So, masters, today we are seeing the overview of this book, Ikigai. It's a Japanese secret to a long and happy life. So, authors of this book are Hector Garcia and Francis Mirals. So, in the starting initial page of the book itself, they mention this proverb: only staying active will make you want to uh, live 100 years. It's a Japanese proverb, isn't it, masters? So this proverb will also give some hints what this book holds. So this book talks a lot about being active, doing exercise, all this, and having right food. All this helps in achieving our ikigai. So how we shall see it? So these are the contents of the book. So firstly, here I want to ask these questions to you. You can write in chat box. So what is the meaning of life? Have you ever asked yourself these questions, masters? Like, what is the meaning of my life? Or maybe have you ever wondered, like, is it just to live for and I mean, is it just to live as long as our life is there, or should we, is there a higher purpose to it? And also you may wonder, like, some people have a passion for life. You can see a lot of athletes, artists, or anyone, a simple your friend of you who is having, you may observe in him a passion, lot of passion towards his work, or maybe towards his hobbies, lot of passion. So also that means passion for his life. And you may feel like missing in your life. So have you ever felt that way? You can answer in chat box, or maybe these are the questions you would have asked yourself, isn't it? So what happens is, we sometimes feel an identity crisis in ourselves. Maybe there is a lack of sense of purpose, or no proper true calling. That means we may wake up after long hours of sleep, and even we will feel that sleepiness, or no proper intention to start the day with an active mood. Sometimes we feel like that. And a lot of relationships are breaking these days. Maybe divorce is happening very soon in some person's life. I mean, in couples life, when they get married, and after some years they get divorced easily. so far quickly they get divorced. Or maybe example, there is a lack of duty. I mean, we are going to work with a sense of duty rather than going with going with the intention to the work in workplace, with intention like what can we give best towards the company. Also, we are living with a sense of social status to show it off to the society a lot of times. And also we spend lot of hours in front of our TV screens or computers. In kids this is very common. Instead of you know going out and playing, some of them are spending hours in front of the TV screens. So what in common what we observe here is lack of purpose. So it is important to have a purpose in life. And also remember, masters or dear friends, that it is never too late. You may be in your eight, you may be a person who is a 8-year old, or you may be in your age around 30 years or 50 years. It doesn't matter, and it is never too late to start to restart your life, to press that restart button in your life and start something new, to find meaning out of your life. So Hector Garcia and Francis Mills, the authors of this book, what they did was they studied especially the people of Ogimi in the city of Okinawa. This Ogimi is a place, a village name, and Okinawa is the city name. So this is in Japan, and what they did was once when they met in a coffee shop somewhere in Tokyo, they were discussing, and they realized that lot of in Western countries there are lot of uh, psychology theories like logotherapy. Say for example, logotherapy. If you have heard about logotherapy, it simply is something which makes us understand the purpose of life. When a person who is facing a problem goes to a doctor who is suggesting him according to logotherapy, means what he suggests is he actually gives him solution by by making him to find the uh, purpose of his life. So, from finding the purpose of his life, the patient finds the solution for his problem, like that. So, such kind of practices are there in Western countries. This is what the authors both, as they discuss, they feel, and they also find here, especially in Japan, this place of Okinawa. What I said, yeah, this place of Okinawa, there is a place called Ogimi, the village of longevity. It has got this nickname of the village of longevity. That means why it has got that name means people who live there, most of them are above the age of 90 or 100. So they are curious. The authors here, as they are discussing, they are curious. What is the reason for this? There has to be some reason, right? The way they live. So the authors want what they did was they studied this lifestyle, and they brought this book of Ikigai. So in this book, the as they study, they are explaining that the inhabitants of this island in the south of Japan live longer than people anywhere else in the world. uh, it is believed that the key to their lifestyle, in addition to healthy diet, is something like simple outdoor activities, simple living outdoor. And then maybe the author is curious in the initial chapters that maybe the green tea they have, maybe that is the reason for the longevity. and especially maybe the subtropical climate. And along with that, what they observe as they study this place, these people in this place is the ikigai that shape their lives. So what is this ikigai? Let's see. Also, here you can observe this beautiful picture from the place of Ogimi itself. Here, all of them you can observe their age is more than 100 or even more than 110. So some person who is having age of more than 110 is known as super centenarians. So these super centenarians you can observe here. And this is the shikuasa, that is the lime-like fruit, which is available in that place. And also they enjoy this moringa tea. It is brewed from pure water, which is available in that place, through in the rivers and like that. So as I was saying, what is this ikigai? So this ikigai, roughly we can translate into the happiness of always being busy. So also ikigai means, if you Google, you will get this meaning as the purpose of life. So finding one's purpose of life is very important here, masters. So one more thing is here, the author is mentioning in this place of Japan, in Okinawa. Previously, during the time of World War, lot of conflict had happened, and Western country people from here has attacked them, and they were lot of demolition, everything, loss, everything had happened there to the people. But still, they live with this principle of Ichiraba Chode, which means, which roughly means the local. It is a local expression, which roughly means treat everyone like brother, even if you have never met them before. They live with this principle. So this attitude, maybe this attitude also would have helped them, the people, to live such a long years, is the author's opinion. So the purpose of this book is to bring the secret of Japan's centenarians. So I would request you all to once read this book. This is, as I mentioned before, this is just a book of around 200 pages itself. Very small book. You can finish off it in, if you read it continuously, you can finish it off in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So, and because discovering one's ikigai is really important, isn't it, masters? The purpose of everyone, each and every one of us feel this sense. That's why I would suggest you all to go through and read this book. So let us know more about ikigai. So there are 4 pillars for this ikigai concept. That is, first one is love, second one is talent, third one is usefulness, and the fourth one is profit. Before explaining this, I would explain here. Ikigai is translated here, made up of 2 words, that is iki, which translates to life, and gai means worth. So ikigai means life's worth. So finding one's life's worth. And here, as I was explaining about these 4 pillars of life, ikigai, what love, talent, usefulness, and profit. What are those means? This is explained here using this Venn diagram. This is a famous Venn diagram by Mark Twain. That is, I mean, Venn diagram by Mark Twain can be applied in this ikigai concept, and we can explain like when you do something like what you love the most. These are the 4 pillars. That is love, as I mentioned, and talent. That is what you are good at. Then usefulness and profit. So usefulness means when you do something what the world is, what the world needs. See, for example, how purpose of life can be achieved means when you do something which brings meaning to your life, isn't it? So consider an artist who is a painter. So he is doing something what he loves. He is so much involved when he draws a painting, or when he is for example when he is drawing a painting, he is so much involved, means a beautiful painting will be achieved, isn't it? So he does something what he loves. Consider one more example, masters. Somebody who is a politician, or let's take an example of NGO, maybe a person who is doing service to the society, right? So what he does is he does service to the people around him. That means he is doing something what the world requires, and then something what you can be paid for is, like for example, the professions, like if you are involved in professions like a teacher or a professor, that means you're doing something you're good at, also if you are paid for it. So that is something what you can be paid for, that is profit. You can get profit from it. Also you're doing good things you're good at, but you're paid well as well. And then next one is what you're good at. The same thing. Maybe a teacher, or anybody, an IT person, or who has passion towards his profession. That is talent, doing what he has got. Uh, so when they do like that, things like that, in this different things, maybe they are doing things which they are good at. As I said here, what you love. When the person does what he loves, like artist, maybe he is doing it very beautifully, exceptionally well. But what happens? He may not be earning well from that. So what happens? He feels something is missing in his life. In his mind, he may not be aware of it, but definitely there will be a feeling of something is missing in his life because he is not earning well. That is, he is following passion, but he is not earning well. So what is missing here means hmm, a sense of satisfaction is not there, and also there is no feeling of usefulness. That means he is doing things which is he is not doing things which is not very helpful for this world. So there is always something missing feeling in him. Also, for example, here an IT profession person, when he does follow his passion, or he is doing what he is good at, but he is missing a feeling. He is having this missing feeling that he is not following. He is very well paid also, but what happens? He may be missing doing of a particular hobby which he likes, like a artist does. So there is a missing feeling with him also. So what happens when people do 9 to 5 job? They are initially very happy, satisfied, but as the days passes, as the years passes, they feel very stressed sometimes, and they are not really enjoying that job. So this is actually here mentioned, the four pillars or the four meanings of life. If we categorize, that means what we are doing, what you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you are good at. From that, uh, you may get you may be selflessly helping. You can categorize into two virtues from this. That is selflessness and selfish. Selflessness means doing, example, as I said, a person who is doing service to the society. He is doing it selflessly only. But maybe when he is not selfish, that means when he is not very much thinking of himself, about his life, maybe he is too much involved in that work and he is missing he maybe he is too much involved in serving the society, and he is not taking care of himself. So there has to be a little sense of selfishness also. He has to make some money also for his living. Similarly, when you're doing everything for money, that is selfish, for selfish category. That means an IT person, he may feel the lack of something in his life, that he is not being very useful to this world. So there is always missing feeling in him, like that. And then this can that as I explained, this will be achieved in these categories, that is either passion, doing mission, profession, or vocation. Vocation means somebody who does the jobs like teacher, professor, like that. And then, as I explained with the examples here, artists do the things like passion, and service who does to the world, they do the things like mission. So what is the solution for this? As I mentioned, there will be always missing feeling in our life. So maybe somebody who is following their passion, what these people should do means, these people should figure out how to make the money out of their uh, interest. The artist, so maybe they are very good at their no, I'm sorry, maybe they are very interested to pursue their passion, but maybe they are not really good at it. So they have to be very good at it, so that they are making very well money out of it. And also they should make sure that they do it uh, so that some impact is created on this world. That means with their paintings they can give a message to the world, like, they do save the climate, something like that. It's a simple example. So like that, when an artist does, he will feel very useful about himself. He is very useful to this world, like that he feel. Also he is making money out of it. So it is very important to not only just to follow your passion, but to be very good at it, and it should be useful to the others also, so that you are paid well. uh, Automatically the money comes to you. Similarly, here you can see somebody who is following their profession. So these people should keep trying new things and do more of what they love in their profession. So they must be keep always try to update themselves. So when you're doing 9 to 5 job, or a doctor, or a IT person, what happens when you're not updating yourself? Maybe you should write some exams, you should study, you should update yourself. So when you do such things, all this will be achieved, and you are having the sense that you are following your ikigai. Similarly here, when the person who is following their mission, these people should figure out how to get better at their craft along with doing their mission. And then vocation, somebody who is following their vocation, that means a teacher, professor, a civil engineer here, as showed in this picture, or a doctor maybe. So these people should constantly challenge themselves to get better as part of their vocation. I'll go to the next slide. So, as this Hector Garcia and Francis Mirrells, the authors, are explaining by studying the parts of this Japan. So, what they observe is, whatever the person or the people in that place especially do, they will not retire. So one surprising thing as they noticed is living in Japan, people especially they don't retire. In fact, in Japan, he is explaining that authors that there is no word called in their dictionary. There is no word called retire, because retire simply means keep doing what they love as long as their life is, and as long as they have that strength. So there is in fact no word, as I mentioned now, there is in fact no word in Japan that means retire, in the sense of leaving the workforce for good, as in English. So retire, if we just search the meaning, leaving the workforce for good is the definition. So in Japan, there is that is not the definition. But what is the definition for that? Retire is only do the task or the thing until you have the strength. So maybe here you can observe this person looks very old, but he is involved in his job. And also you can observe here lot of old people in this image are exercising. Also, this is very important in Japan. We can see very commonly in Japan that they are very active, they stay fit, they do exercise, they involve in games, all that. So next concept here is the island of almost eternal youth. So even though they are of age 85 or 100, there you can observe that they are very active. So here in these points, I will read out. Not only do they live much longer than rest of the world's population, but also they suffer very. One more thing to observe here is they suffer very few from illnesses such as cancer and heart disease or inflammatory disorders. Even that is observed very less. And many of these centenarians enjoy lot of levels of hormones, good hormones. And like you can't even imagine being a person from here, Qatar, or maybe some other part of the world, you can't even imagine is what the author is mentioning here. That means they are very active, it is unimaginable to us. So they are very active, they are very living with a sense of joy, following their passion, all that. Also, their blood test reveals fewer free radicals, which is responsible for aging faster. And also, they drink this green tea. They have good food, healthy food, eat lot of vegetables and fruits. And also, they have this principle called fill your stomach only until 80% is full. Technically, not speaking that 80% is full, but it means you should not overeat. You should eat when you should stop eating when you have that feeling of that yes, I am feeling full now. Stomach is feeling full now. So you should stop eating when you have that feeling. Uh, Next is women experience more moderate symptoms during menopause. That means women over there are healthy, and the rate of dementia, that is forgetting things, is also after some age you have this, right? So even this is less when compared to other parts of the world in the elder persons. So this the 80% secret. What is this means? There is one saying in Japan, that is hara hachibu, which represents that fill your belly, which is repeated. I'm sorry, which is repeated before eating every meal. So they remind themselves constantly that we should eat up to our stomach is 80% full. That is what they meant. So why the repeat is just to make sure that they are not overeating food. And The way the food is served in the Japan, that is also very important here. So we should notice it, because here you can see only little amount of food is served, but it is served in many plates. What happens when they are eating? They feel that for mind, they give that signal that yes, I am eating lot of food by serving it in many plates. The sense of I'm eating lot of food is there with them, but actually what happens, they serve little amount of food in each plates, so that they are not eating much. So not only in Japan, or I mean not only in Okinawa, we observe a lot of centenarians or super centenarians. It is also in these 5 places, especially in the world, that is known as blue zones. So the 5 blue zones identified and analyzed by this person in his book, the blue zones are mentioned here. So first one is the Okinawa, as I am telling here. So commonly what we observe here is eating the food in the right amount, and whenever it is possible, they gather, they socialize. It is one more thing is, the more we are isolate ourselves, we are living with our thoughts, our emotions only. Even this will cause to age easily. So what happens? They socialize as much as possible. They gather in groups whenever possible, and they enjoy the food. And also they eat lot of fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables. Next is Sardinia in Italy. Here you can observe that same thing. That is, they eat lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, and they enjoy some amount of wine, which is healthy wine, um, little wine, which is healthy for themselves, to keep them, active, all that. And then they socialize well. They, whenever possible, at the evening times, you can see here a lot of old people are gathered happily and talking, all that. Next is Loma Linda in California. There, people, see here, you can observe in this image, a lot of old people have gathered and participating in activities, social activities, and they have healthy food, and they exercise. They participate in some sport. Here they are, I think they are cycling, and maybe something like cycling marathon or something like that. They are involved in themselves in that. Next is the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica. Here also, old persons live together happily, and they involve themselves in farming. This person looks like 85 or 90, but at that age, he is doing the work. And then in the sports, horse riding, everything, all that. And then Icaria in Greece. So this place, people are playing here carom or something like that, and they involve in farming and have salads, healthy salads, all that. So maybe this seems like simple things, but when you observe your life, our life, when you look at your life, we are not doing these things. Even I am not doing very constantly these kind of things. So these things are very simple, but consistently, if we follow all these things, definitely 100 years are about to come to ourselves, is what I opinion here. And also one more concept is Moai, connected for life. So Moai is nothing but informal group of people. It is group of people with common interests. As I mentioned earlier, they gather together, and they are always there for each other. It's like a group of friends. They meet now and then, and they share their thing. What's happening in life? They share that, like that, and they are there for one another in times of difficulties. So members of MOI make a set of monthly contribution to the group. This payment allows them to participate in meetings, dinners, games, or other hobbies, and the funds collected by the group are used for activities, and then leftover amount is useful, or it is given for one person who is in need. Maybe he will return it later. This concept is there in Japan, especially in this place of Okinawa. Even here we can do such things whenever it is possible. Like for example, we people of PSSM, we can gather and meditate whenever it is possible, and we can share our what's happening in life, like that. We can do such things. Even we are doing like that in here in Qatar also. We are, whenever it is possible, we are gathering and meditating. We have to do more such events, is what I feel. And then this concept is next concept which authors talk more in this book is about stress. So this is the one factor which is very much explained here, because when we know how to deal with stress, automatically we can by doing how by learning to deal with stress, automatically what happens is we get uh, we get better in our life, in the sense of living more. We can live more, because more years, because what happens, stress makes us age easily. So about stress, very well it is explained in this book. So if there is time, I will explain what about this. What shall I do, Sankit? Shall I explain now,
Or we can continue with this balance session next month.
yeah? So in next
Because
session we can continue.
the second part we can continue next month better.
Yeah,
Question is having around almost 10 slides, so better, no need to hurry.
yeah.
So we can do it next month. The second part we can make in 2 parts.
Okay, sure. So here in next session, what we'll do is we can go, because there is lot of slides about stress, and there is also more about logotherapy and flow, going with the flow concept. Everything we shall see in next session, masters. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in and patiently listening. I hope I did not bore you, everyone. Thank you so much. We shall meet in next session and know more about this concept. Right now, what I explained is only the overview, like what this book holds. So, if possible, I would request you all to get this book and read. In next sessions, I will also explain more completely what this book holds. This was just a like a overview. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Master Sindhuja. Thanks for your wisdom sharing. Really, it is an important book, I feel, and the words are like unique, and it is very good to know the meanings of the concepts in Japan. Ikigai, the word only is to listen is very nice, and definitely we'll have the one more part also in the next month, and definitely I everyone has to read this book because it's very good book, and they've given a good summary, and it's very helpful for our day-to-day lives. And of course, we have to make it a routine. We are reading these books like every book, like the Ikigai. Many books are having in the PSSM also website. You can download e-books also, and you can just go through the books. Every day you can just read 2 to 3 pages, and in a 1 month, 2 months, you can finish one book. And that wisdom is very much helpful in our day-to-day lives. Thank you so much once again, Master Sindhuja, for the wisdom sharing. If anyone has any questions or anything to share your experience, you can just unmute yourself and you can just share. Sir, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Sir, you are not audible.
Hello.
Now you are
Hello.
audible.
Okay. Yeah, it's very good information. Actually, I also read this book long back. Now you just refresh actually this concept. What I understand, everyone should live like a brother, because in the during the World War, before the World War, that Nagasaki bomb, they are very crude people. Actually, Japanese at that time in the beginning when you go for their life story. After that one, as this book says, so everyone gone for meditation and all those concepts. Each and every mentality has changed attitude. Then they have become the world leaders in the meditation and concept. So this is the one which they turn the entire country, the role model for the entire world. So this book uh, and Kaizen book, these are all the one of the top book, very good for the life.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah,
Also,
sure.
this book in detail explains about being active, doing
Yes.
exercise, meditating, everything, having healthy lifestyle. In next session, we will also see about it, sir.
Yes.
It is good that you have read that book, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I read long back. I read, but you refreshed all these things. Thanks very much. Once
Yes,
again, I will start reading this one.
yes, definitely, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. My mother also wants to just share her experience.
Namaste to all masters. Good evening. I am very proud that my daughter-in-law is speaking, sharing her knowledge, what she has learned so cutely. I am very proud. I am very happy to praise her, to continue like that only up to last her breath. I am blessing her. She gave so many messages. In India, everybody will be thinking that after 40 or after 40 plus or 30 plus or 50 plus, they are aged and they cannot do anything in India. We will be thinking like that. After 40 plus, we are aged. We cannot do anything. By telling like that only, what happens means we will become old. She told in this Ikigai that they in Japan, they don't feel there is no word retire word. Like that only in India, we should also follow this principle, I think. By thinking like that, we are young means we can do so many words. Up to last breath, we should be like a young. We should feel we are young. Then only we can do so many spiritual works and physical works in our life, I think. This after entering, I also feeling before after 30 plus, I was feeling that I am old. I am becoming old. After when I entered in meditation, when I hear this information, knowledge, spiritual knowledge, so many masters will be telling that this matter. From on that onwards, I am thinking I am not aged. I am young. I can do whatever I want. How much I can do spiritual work, that I can do it. By this mindset, I am doing so many spiritual works. Before 10 years back, after 10 years, there is difference in me. I am observing. So please, this also we should add in our mind. We are not old. We are young. Then only we can do so many spiritual works and physical works happily in our life. this knowledge I like so much. So I want to share with you all, masters. Thank you for giving opportunity. So much knowledge is there. So they are making another part. There is no end for spiritual knowledge, I think. Not only I think, everybody are thinking like that only. It is like an ocean. We cannot keep full stop for it, spiritual knowledge. Okay, masters. Thank you for every master and universe giving so much great opportunity to do the spiritual work, whatever we can. And masters who attend in this class. And Sindhuja, she has done very excellent. Okay, masters, thank you one and all. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Master. Thanks. If anyone else has anything experience, you can share. Otherwise, we can end the session. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining for today's session. Again, we will meet in the next week with one more master with new wisdom, and enjoy your weekend. And this session will be continuing the next month, the part 2. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. Thank you, universe. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to share our wisdom and have the group meditation and have and receive more and abundant of cosmic energies and lead a happy and miraculous life. Thank you so much. Thank you all.